We start with the performance. How would you sum it up?
First half, I think we needed to play a little bit wider. We had too many bodies in the middle, so we kept trying to force it into the middle. And when we got them in the overload on the outside, we got trapped on the outside. Even though we didn't really lose the ball, we were getting trapped. There was not really anywhere to go, and we were trying to be too vertical in the passes from the wide areas. I think there was times even when we had the ball in the middle, we were trying to force it through pressure, because they had 5 just sitting there, not really moving, and then the back 3 behind that. So we needed to isolate the wing backs a little bit better. I think when we changed shape after about half an hour, and we went kind of closer to 3-3-4. So we had 4 against the top line, against the back line, rather than 5 and some movement. So taking one out kind of gave us a bit more movement in the final third, and then Adam could get down the side a little bit, Simon could get down the side, Casper was coming inside off the touchline. So Hara was playing closer to Lucas, and I think in the end when we got the first goal, it comes from being able to break them down with less space in the middle, but we find the extra player and Lucas makes a good run. It's a good finish in the end. So yeah, we had to change shape after about half an hour, and it made a difference. And then it was just the same in the second half, where instead of being as aggressive with the ball as we normally want to be, we had to move them around side to side a little bit more, which we'd spoke about in the first half. So we changed the press after half an hour, which we took into the second half. We pressed in a different shape, so it helped control the space and get the ball a little bit easier, because we weren't leaving as many gaps. So a couple of adjustments in the game which helped, I think. And then second half, I thought Sammy and Irvin did really well to be closer to Toure and Femi and move the ball around quicker, smaller spaces, all that sort of stuff. So we didn't really have bigger gaps between the defence and midfield. It was smaller spaces. We moved the ball faster, and then we get the ball in the final third. So yeah, the second half was good in terms of just being able to control the space and manage the tempo of the game. I thought our counter press could have been a little bit more aggressive in the first half, and yeah, overall it was mixed, but these are never easy games. You can see why Ängelholm beat an Allsvenskan team last week.
Lucas Landgren Persson continues to score 2 in 2. Do you see him getting closer to a permanent spot in the senior team?
Yes and no, because he's 16. We don't want to be throwing too much pressure or responsibility on him, but if he keeps performing the way he's performing, then he's in the consideration for it. So we asked him to stay in the middle. He's playing against 3 big guys at the back line. I think one of them was about 95 kilos. So it's hard for him to play against that. He's 16 and needs to be in the gym and needs to get a bit bigger. But his movement and his timing of his movement and his understanding of how to get into goal-scoring positions is really high level. So we can never fault his work rate or his attitude. He's always trying to do the right thing. So yeah, he's getting there. I think there's going to be games for him which will be easier because of the shape and the system the opponent play. But at the same time, like, he's had one chance to score today. He's created it himself and he scored it. So we're really pleased with the progress he's making.
Max Svensson was forced out of play after 25-30 minutes. How is it with him?
He took quite a bad kick. I think every time we won the ball back, they made a foul, and that's what happened in the first half. He's taken a bad kick in the ankle and twisted it. And he's tried to play for 20 more minutes, and I think he had a chance to score and couldn't generate any power off the ankle to score from it. So at that point, we made the choice to bring him off. So he's got his ankle all strapped up. It's quite badly swollen, so it's probably looking like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yesterday you told us that Alexander Fesshaie was going to get involved in the game. Then you pulled him out of the squad before the game. Can you tell us why? Yeah,
when he was at Aiko, he took quite a bad kick in his foot. And then after training yesterday, he was fine, but he came in this morning and it was a little bit bruised. So he can't really fully accelerate off his foot. So it's his right foot, it's his balancing foot, because when he shoots with his right foot, his left foot, so he accelerates from his right. So he could have played, and if it was a league game, an important league game, he would have played, but I have to make a choice. Player safety comes first, and we don't really need to force him. We've got enough players. I don't think he's very happy about it, but he wanted to play. But in the end, the coach has got to make choices, and I've made the choice to pull him from the game. So again, we'll see how he looks for Wednesday. We don't need to rush him. It might be that he plays next weekend and has a few more days of training, and hopefully the bruise in his foot clears up.
A player that doesn't always get the spotlight, but has been involved in many goals in these two halves he's played so far is William Westerlund.
Yeah.
What can you say about him and his performances in these first two games?
Yeah, he's done really well. He controls the ball well, he makes good passes, his delivery from crosses is good, his game awareness is really high level. Defensively, he's been solid and calming the ball, so he's doing really well. I think it's nice to see. You know, last week he helped make an assist for a goal, and he also set up Casper's goal last week. He scored again this week, so he's doing really well. You really want to see the ones that have come through the academy who are now playing in the first team progressing well, and he's doing that.
Lastly, are you more happy with the result or the performance?
There's aspects of the performance which were good. I'm not standing here saying we looked like peak Barcelona, because we didn't, but I think when you're playing against a difficult opponent who want to control certain areas of the park and make it tricky for you, and they treat these games like they're more motivated for the game because they're playing a local team who play the division above, and it's, you know, you're playing Helsingborg, they're going to put more into the game. So I'm pleased with the result. I think when you don't play as well as you want to and you still win 3-0 and you could have had a couple more, there's positives to take from that. So I think if our final pass had been a bit cleaner in the first half, we could have had a couple more, and if our final pass in the second half was cleaner, even sometimes some of the shots that we took, like the keepers made a couple of decent saves. So overall, performance was fine, result was good. So we'll take it and we move on to the next one.